Okay, so the 2025 recruiting cycle is in full effect, and the Oklahoma Sooners threw out another offer to a defensive lineman that, honestly, guys, dude looks like a straight up monster. Now, what kind of caliber player can he be? I think that's yet to be told, but I mean, the potential's high. Todd Bates is throwing the offers out. You guys need to see what this kid's capable of. And we're going to look through his film a little bit here in a minute. Before we dive into it, guys, thank you for tuning into the PG Show, where we talk about all things college football. You guys know the drill. Although we talked about Nick Saban last night, we got to talk about Oklahoma football. It's a team that I love. It's a team that you love to hear about. It's a team that you want to talk about. So that's what we're here to discuss today. Additionally, if you have not already, hit that like. And for the 67% of you that are not subscribed to my channel, but continue to watch my videos, even after you've watched my videos multiple times, just make sure you're subscribed. It really helps me out, and I would really appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. The kid's name you need to be familiar with. Kevin Wynn, a defensive lineman, 6'2", 320 pounds. Let me just say that again. 320 pounds, out of Greene County High School in Greensboro, Georgia. Looks like Todd Bates starting to work some of those Georgia relationships that he has had in the past. And this kid was just offered by Oklahoma. And he's got a total of 13 offers. But when you look at his offer sheet, it's impressive. Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Louisville, LSU, Miami, Michigan, North Carolina, Tennessee, UConn, and Florida Atlantic. I give you the entirety of his offer list because outside of UConn and Florida Atlantic, dude got offers from all Power 5 schools. He's elite, and everybody across the country wants him. And when you look at Kevin Wynn's makeup, although he's a defensive lineman, he's athletic, guys. Does track and field. He does throwing events. And was the Georgia Region 8 single A Division II Defensive Player of the Year, where he totaled 45 tackles, 18 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. Oh, man. If Oklahoma could get this kid, let me just show you why you want this kid. The film speaks for itself. This film speaks for itself. All right. You guys be able to see, dude just lays out some monster hits. But talking a little bit more about Kevin Wynn. He's been to Georgia once, been to Auburn once, been to Bama once, been to Florida State once. Look at that kid. He's just throwing him to the ground. All right, let me get back to what I was talking about. Surprising to me, kid from Georgia, that Georgia's pursuing, has only been there once, right? Although it's hard for an Oklahoma fan to go, yeah, we're going to take a defensive lineman out of the state of Georgia from the Bulldogs, who are 2-time defending national champions. And, I mean, let's be honest, they were probably good enough to win the playoffs this year. You have a hard time believing you can go win that recruitment. But, I mean, the fact that Oklahoma is going to go out there and try and offer a kid like this, you love to see it. I mean, you guys have seen the past 2, right, where he's just absolutely slinged somebody to the ground. I mean, dude's an absolute monster. All right. Looking at his career, right? In 2023 and 2024, he had 70 solo tackles, 70 total tackles, 30 tackles for loss, 30 of them. He had 2 sacks, and then he didn't have any QB rushes. Total in his career, 57 tackles for loss, 136 total tackles, 134 solos. He has 7 sacks. Dude's an absolute monster. And again, you watch his film here, and you see him just he just lays the hammer. These are the kind of players Oklahoma is going to have to land to be able to compete at a high level in the SEC. You just saw Michigan win in the trenches in the national championship. So if I'm Oklahoma, yeah, I'm doing what I can to land him. Now, looking at the defensive line class for 2025 for Oklahoma, it's nothing spectacular, right? It's not got the David Stones in this class, the Williams Wineries that you're in. I mean, obviously, Oklahoma's thrown out offers to the likes of Elijah Griffin or an Isaiah Campbell. But, I mean, realistically, Oklahoma's not landing either of those guys. So you look at guys like Ethan Utley out of Nashville, Tennessee, right? Obviously, you're going to have to fight off Michigan, Tennessee, and Texas and teams like that. But you're in that recruitment. You're in the recruitment for Juju Marks, the defensive lineman, 6'7", 260 out of Lenexa, Kansas. And then you look at other guys like Landon Rink. You've already got Kamori Moore committed in this class, Xavier Ukponu. And I know a lot of you guys think Landon Rink probably not going to happen. I actually think Oklahoma has a pretty good shot with Landon Rink. Todd Bates has a really good relationship with Landon. Landon really likes the university. He really likes Todd Bates. I'm not counting Oklahoma out on that one until it's happening. So, guys, I need to hear from y'all. Want to hear what your guys' takes are on Kevin Wynn, the 326-2 defensive lineman out of Greensboro, Georgia. Do you think Oklahoma's going to land him? And what do you think about the recent offer?